Hey everybody, and welcome to Let's Play Myst 5 End of Ages. So, a couple things before we get started here. First of all, you may be wondering, why am I playing this game when I haven't even played Myst 4 yet? Heck, even the original Myst yet. Well, the answer is quite simple. Myst 5, for lack of a better way of putting it, is not really a sequel to Myst 4 at all. It's actually more of a follow-up to Uru, which I played earlier this year, and it mainly just went with the Myst 5 name, I think just for branding / marketing reasons. But it really is a sequel to Uru that uses a lot of the assets and ideas that didn't quite see the light of day when that online component failed. So all of that was packaged into a different game. So that's what this is. And I figured it was only appropriate to do this after playing Uru, because it continues the story of Yisha, whom we journeyed with in that game, and I figured it was kind of appropriate just to follow up with that. So we'll do Myst 1 and 4, which deal with Yisha's siblings, later. But for now, we're going to be doing this game. The second thing is that I've actually kind of got a bit of a different recording setup, and I don't know how obvious this is going to be. But essentially, I couldn't get this game, for whatever reason, to work with my normal recording software, at least when it came to recording the microphone. I don't know why, but as a result, I defaulted to using the Windows game bar thing, and I'm going to try that out and see how that works. I don't know how that's going to come through, but hopefully it will. The one thing about this that is a little bit annoying is that the Windows game bar, whenever you record the microphone, it's really low quality. I don't know why this is, but apparently there was an update last year that, according to a lot of people online, really messed up some stuff, and it doesn't seem like this is resolved yet. I could be wrong, but for whatever reason, what's being picked up is not the quality that you're hearing right now. So what I did was I took my external microphone and changed it in its settings to be listened to by the computer. So therefore, the computer audio picks up the microphone and therefore can be recorded. But as a result of that, I'm hearing myself as I talk in my ears while I'm listening to the game. So it's taking a little bit of getting used to for me too. But anyway, I'm thinking I'm getting used to it now that I've talked for 3.5 minutes. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to make sure we're good on everything here. Looks like that's good. I'm going to stick with this video resolution. You can actually go to the full 1900 or 1920 by 1080, but it wasn't really working very well with this screen for whatever reason, and it only works if you uncheck this, and it messed up a bunch of stuff, so I'm going to stick with this resolution. I can't actually make adjustments to this. I tried when I had the sound issues, but I cranked up everything here. I actually turned up the number of sounds as well, and this apparently is something that we can only mess with when we actually start, so that's interesting. But I turned most of the stuff here on, so without further ado, let's get started with a new game. And we got different save slots. Let's go.
My journey has come to an end. I have lost my home, my books, my sons. I've lost my father, my grandmother, my dear wife, Catherine. And now I fear my only daughter is gone as well. And for what? For the slimmest hope that things could be put right. What began as my tedious life in the cleft, holding out hope for more, has returned to the same. I've gone to great lengths to watch the end be written. Now I find myself alone in a sandstorm in Tomana, waiting for a single grain of sand to fall. Dunny's future is like an hourglass. As the final grain slips through, I wait and I tremble, losing hope that the hourglass will be turned over once again. The age may just simply end, expended and lifeless. I have passed my cursed burden on to my cherished daughter, Isha. She has either understood and embraced it, or the weight of it has crushed her. I fear it has been far too long. My hope has waned. If Isha has failed, is anyone left who can understand? Oh, I am old and so tired. And once again, I am useless. Today, I will put an end to my useless waiting and go on to a better place.
Well, that was a pretty sobering way to start the game. So, by default, the game gives you this classic mode navigation where you can sort of glide around and, whoa, we got Barrow here in the cavern. So, we're in Kavir, which if you've played the Myst games, you might recognize this as the prison location that Atrus was stuck in at the end of Myst. But yeah, classic mode basically involves doing this. You can just glide around from spot to spots. Not exactly my favorite thing, especially for a real-time 3D game like this. I mean, it's kind of understandable if this were a pre-rendered game with the nodes kind of like Myst 3 and Myst 4 and all them, but for this, I think we need to go to the free roam navigation. Classic Plus is basically the Myst 3 and 4 thing where you can look around. But free move is what we really want here. So this game, unlike Uru's free roam, you don't have the ability to jump, which is kind of nice, considering that one of the biggest complaints about that game was all the platforming stuff. I'm going to leave the mouse sensitivity as it is for now. And yeah, there we go. I think that's good. Alright, so we are in Kavir. And you might be wondering, who are we and how did we get here, as is normally the case with Myst-related stuff. And this is actually a part of the game that's a little unusual, because we are not the stranger who was the protagonist in the first few Myst games, nor are we our avatar from Uru. As it turns out, according to Cyan, we are playing as Dr. Richard Watson, the Dunny historian from the Dunny Restoration Council. This guy, we actually learned a little bit about him in Uru when we went out to the Great Shaft, and we discovered that he too had decided to take Yisha's journey and learn a little bit more about what she was trying to achieve here in the cavern. And also, given what we heard in the introduction, it seems like Yisha is still dealing with the burden of being the grower, as we had learned about at the end of Uru. So anyway, the game doesn't explicitly tell you that you're playing as Dr. Watson, which honestly I'm kind of a little bit mixed about. I mean, on one hand I get it, because Cyan wants you to feel like you can be yourself, but on the other hand, the way that this is supposed to fit within Myst, that being the answer, is kind of a little strange. So, it has no bearing on the actual gameplay, just so you know. But anyway, this is where Atrus used to sit when he was writing in the Riven descriptive book, at the end of Myst and the beginning of Riven. We've got a linking book here to Myst, which a lot of avid fans might recognize as the one from Myst, but we can't open it. It's locked, as Nancy Drew would say. We also still can't get past these annoying shelves. So let's see if we can find another way out of here. Looks like all these doors are closed. Opening them doesn't do any good. Same story, fourth verse, but oh, wait a minute. This looks a little bit ajar. Can we get through that? The music changed, so that's a good sign, right? Maybe there's another one that we need to look at. No, this one's closed. So, I should warn you guys, I have not played this game in several years. It's been a while, so I'm dubbing this LP what I call an amnesia run. I heard that from another Let's Player. I forget who it was, though. But essentially, an amnesia run is where you've played a game before, but it's been a long time, so you don't really remember a whole lot of it. You do remember some major points, but not a lot. And I'm wondering if it has to do with this crack here. I'm just clicking around, hoping something will happen. And I will say, this is one area in which the classic movement could be beneficial, just so you are stuck on certain nodes and whatnot. So let's see if we can just find a weak spot here in this thing. Doesn't seem like there's one that's very noticeable. I guess that is one advantage of the classic mode. This is kind of a little bit of an embarrassing start. Okay, we are really stuck on this. I remember you have to squeeze out through one of these things, and oh, you can look around. Okay. I did not know that. So, there's an earthquake. So yeah, as you can see, there are Barrow here in the cavern, much as there were in Uru. I'm going to just go and switch back to free roaming. Let's see, do I just run into it? Nope, that didn't work. I thought it was that door. I knew there was a door around here somewhere, I just can't remember what. I still can't get through that. Alright, we'll get this. We'll get this. 13 minutes in, we'll figure it out. I don't believe there's like a button or anything around here. I mean, if there were, that would have really come in handy during the end of Myst, when we came here to rescue Atrus from imprisonment and all that. But these earthquakes appear to have upset this area. And I thought you could just go right through this. Alright. I don't think we have to stand on something specific, do we? I like this kind of creepy music. It's pretty cool. Hang on a sec. Here, let me look at the options. Are there... It doesn't actually give you like a little guide as to what the different mouse cursor thingies are. Okay. I was curious because I'm wondering if I'm just missing something with this door. I'm clicking everywhere and nothing's happening. That's kind of a little unsettling. I mean, normally I would just try to push this aside, but apparently that's not working. Did I have to do something else before moving forward? Because I thought the Myst book was the only thing here. Okay, I tried that, right? I'm just hoping this isn't the case of the game saying, you have to click on this thing and look around before you can move forward and stuff. So, Kavir, if I remember, used to be like a mansion. I think that's what this is a part of. If memory serves correctly. I really love the texturing on the floor. I believe this is King Reenaref. If you guys watched the Uru Let's Play, you might remember Reenaref. I wonder if this crack leads to something, but nope. You also can't pick up rocks and stuff, so Alright, guys. We are going to get this somehow. Okay, let's just ram into it. Go! No. It's weird. I go all that way back. Okay, earthquake came in. That's nice, but it didn't upset the door enough for us to go through. I hate to consult a hint this early, guys. We already looked at the Myst book. What? I am like 100% sure there's nothing else to see here. Like this. I'm 90% sure this is the way forward. I just don't know how. It's not this one. Nope. I know you have to exit through one of these things. It's just what and how and where and why and when and all those questions, you know? All the questions of life. All the questions that call themselves our masters, trapping us in an endless cycle of asking and discovering and... Oh, you get the idea. Okay, I'll stop waxing philosophical now. We gotta break down this door. Arrgh! Okay. Is there a way to just do something with these rocks? Like, not pick them up, necessarily, but... Alright. You know what? I am going to look up the answer. Let's see. This is probably the most embarrassing start to a Let's Play ever, but we'll figure it out. Myst 5 walkthrough. I'll just look at that, because I know this is at the very beginning. Okay. So this is the one we've been looking at, right? Oh, it's to the right of the table? Where's the table? There it is. Wait, am I actually supposed to go through that? No. Is the door... Oh, wait. This one. Is it here? That's not a doorway. It would be this one. Oh! Wow, that was really difficult to find. There. So wait, that was there the whole time and Atrus never went through that? Really? See, I thought it would have been the one over there, because that one was really upset by the earthquake, and I can understand the earthquake not having affected this back when Atrus was around. So, anyway, sorry about that. Let's go ahead and get started here. We're going to move on. And we've got more Dunny Cave in there. This is an area that we never really got to explore much during Uru. Although I think there were plans to include this at some point. I believe there is something for us here. If I can find it. If I remember correctly, the game gives us a camera somewhere. There it is. Thankfully, it's really noticeable. There we go. Got the camera. And there's something else. What is that? It's just a light? I think it's just a light. Alright. What's in this room? Okay, I happen to know that's where we need to go. Let's take a look down this way. And nothing. Okay. Alright, so let's go through this way. Let's see what this room has to offer us. There's... What in the world is that? It's like a giant bubble thing, and the landscape inside is changing, too. Huh. Uh-oh. Is that a borrow? I'm gonna look around here before I look at that. See what's up top the stairs. Very pretty view. I think this is the front of the mansion, the Kavir mansion. This is on an island away from Agura. So it should go without saying by at this point that if you haven't watched the Uru Let's Play, I highly recommend doing so. Alright, let's take a look inside this doohickey here after I look around. Yeah, you can see the cavern out there. Looks the same as ever. Alright, let's go inside this. And there's a shifting set of landscapes like we saw earlier. And here we've got 4 big stone slates, and they're guarding this thing, which seems to be kind of phasing in and out. Whoa! Okay, that was different. Something happened there. Alright. Whoa. Somebody linked. It's Yisha! Looks a lot older now, too.
So, friend, the tablet has responded to you. Of course. If you're seeking my father, his time has passed. He won't be requiring your assistance. The book to his cursed island lays locked and gathering dust in his prison. That book, along with his pain and his burden, have been passed to me. And now you will know it too. You will listen carefully. This is not to be taken lightly. The tablet has responded to you. It will be your burden. Choose wisely in the end, for there will be no second chance. Many have taken this tablet, and they tried not to let go. It is the power of the writing. It seduces all who try to hold it. I have held it, tasted its sweetness. But I can hold it no longer. They have served too long. Always serving. Ever watching. And now perhaps you will see how to release them. First, collect what's been scattered, and then the tablet will be released. Then you will hold it. You will find in each age along the journey that there will be help, and there will be hindrance. You will start this journey where I started, where my father Atrus started, where my great-grandmother Tiana started. You will end this journey here, when the tablet is released. When you return, the tablet will be yours. When the tablet is yours, do not give it to me. What you still don't understand, you have failed to hear or don't need to know. Begin.
Okay. Apparently Yisha has inherited her father's... Whoa. Who's this guy?
You have seen Yisha. She was, I'm sure, not very hospitable. You're confused, no doubt. My name is Escher. It is my pleasure to meet you. She has given you the quest. Yes, quest. The quest to carry the four, the quest to release the tablet, the quest that is proving to be more difficult than she anticipated. Many have taken the quest. And the tablet still has no master. I will tell you what she will not. I will help you, but she will not. But she and I agree on this point. Do not give her the tablet. She has lied already, uttered words that bite her heart as they leave her lips. She wants the tablet more than anything. She desires what she can no longer feel, but once tasted. You must not. Whatever happens, give it to her. Oh, she is the desert bird that longs to fly. She has dreams of taking flight in her ambiguous world filled with vague clouds and shadowed air. Careful. She is clever. I'm sorry. I'm overwhelming you. Look for the hole in the ground. That's where your journey begins. I will find you.
Okay, what I was going to say earlier was that I think Isha has inherited her father's ability to communicate super vaguely to the people who help him. But anyway, check this out. We are inside the caldera of the volcano. You can see the texturing here is very similar to what we saw outside the volcano, and on top of that, we have the Riven dagger here. And as we saw outside the volcano, a lot of the remnants from Riven fell out near where the Starfisher dumps out into the desert. And as we know, the Riven dagger tumbled through the ground at the end of Riven, so we can see that it landed here inside the volcano. It's pretty cool. So, quick recap. It sounds like this tablets thing holds the ability to write, or at least have full access to the art of writing, or something like that. It certainly seems to be an upgraded version of what we would consider to be normal for writing. I'm trying to find where those... Oh, here they are, right here. So I believe if we were to go around this whole area, we can see the story of Myst. And I'm trying to figure out what the starting point is. This is the hole in the ground, so I'm thinking this is the end. So I think this actually is the start, which makes sense because this is Myst, and just be warned, there are spoilers for each of the games I'm about to describe here, so just know that. But anyway, Isha is sending us on a quest to gain access to this tablet, it sounds like. But she told us not to give it to her, and this other guy that we met out here is telling us the same thing. What he wants with it, we don't quite know, or who he is, we don't even know. But anyway, let me go ahead and look at this here. So this appears to be Myst Island, and I'm guessing this is Atrus and Catherine and Cirrus and Aganar. And what this is, I'm not entirely certain. It almost looks like this is Myst before all this stuff was built, so maybe this is when they first got onto the island, and this is what they built on it. Anyway, let's go on over here. This appears to be the events of Riven, and I'm guessing this is where Atrus and Catherine trapped again on Riven, with the Starfisher opening up, or maybe this is the end of Riven when we were on it. Let's see what the next spot is. Nothing there. I'm trying to figure out what that is. Maybe that's the events of Myst 3, where Savidro discovered that Narayan was still alive. Big spoiler there. And Atrus and Catherine visited there afterwards? I don't know. And this... Oh wait, no. that's where they had Yisha, so this had to have been... Oh, I know what this is. This is the intermediate period between between Riven and Myst 3, where Atrus and Catherine went back into Dunny to find the survivors. Okay, so around that time, then they had Yisha, which is what this picture here is all about. And I think this is supposed to be Tamana represented in this mural here. So there's that. And then finally we have... I don't know what that is at all. Is this the events of Uru here, where she's hanging out with the Barrow, maybe? And this is the city of Dunny. I don't know what this is. I don't know if this has anything to do with Myst 4 or not, so... I don't know. But, oh wait, what is that over there? That's something. That seems to be Yisha and another figure. We don't know who that is. That's interesting. Anyway, I'm sure we'll learn more about that as time goes on. But for now, I think we're going to go ahead and stop the video here. Next time, we're going to go down the hole and see what awaits us. So until then, thanks so much for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed yourselves, big door problems at the beginning notwithstanding, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that bell to get notified of the next episode. And in either case, I will catch you on the flip side.